Raptors training camp continues here from Hawaii. We are outside the lower gym at Iolani High School in Honolulu, the house that Bobby Webster built. Bobby Webster, the general manager of the Toronto Raptors, won state championship here, Sherm, and the team using the facility to practice, and the preseason rolls on as guys try to continue to adjust to the new style of play.
Well, you're right. And first of all, Bobby Webster's the man out here. I mean, everywhere we turn around, someone's saying hi to him and giving him love, and well-deserved. So congratulations to Bobby. But there's no question, changes are happening for the Raptors. These preseason games are what you try to implement those changes against some live competition. Right. So it's the elevated practice for the Raptors. And Dwayne Casey and his staff have not lost the sight of the fact that they need to continue to grow as a team. They need to work on the things that they need to work on. Not so much focus on what the Clippers are doing, but make sure that they get the things they're trying to implement solid, get a great foundation, and build on that.
Well, within that foundation of the team, Sherm, it's built on individuals knowing what their roles are and adjusting to the new system. We talked to C.J. Miles yesterday saying, well, he doesn't know what to adjust to. He's just coming in with a clean slate. A guy like Jonas Valanciunas, on the other hand, more of a traditional big guy. We hear he's stepping out, shooting threes. He's working on his kind of perimeter game. He's got an adjustment within this whole system, too.
Well, C.J. Miles made a great point. He doesn't have to unlearn anything. A guy like Jonas has to some level, unlearn some of the things that he's learned during his first few years of his career in the NBA. So it's a bit more difficult. But I feel for Jonas the fact that sometimes we saw in the previous years him get lost in the shuffle, kind of get forgotten about offensively. I think this more free-flow style of basketball will allow him to stay more involved consistently through 4 quarters, and I think that's going to help his confidence. That's going to give him more energy, I think, throughout the course of a game, and I think it's going to be positive, not just for him, but for everybody on the floor, because it's going to be one of those free-for-alls from the standpoint of decision-making, making plays, and it's not going to be dictated necessarily by 1 or 2 guys as much.
Well, you know, Sherman, I'm sure the Raptor fans and the coaching staff, too, as well as the players, looking forward to this dynamic system once it's really fully implemented. All right, let's hear from Dwayne Casey and Jonas Valanciunas.
This new system gives you opportunity to be a playmaker, decide what we're gonna do. You know, it's not one guy deciding what set we're gonna run. We like playing freely, seeing open opportunities, so it's just fun. It's just fun play like that.
So we're still in training camp mode. I mean, we're still working on our stuff, what we want to do. Not as much game adjustments as we would if it was a regular season game. We'd switch things up. Right now, we're still concerned about understanding what we're doing defensively, understanding what we're doing offensively, but we used the first game as far as a barometer as far as what we need to work on, what we need to emphasize, and that type of thing, and it was a good barometer for us.
So the Raptors' last foray of the preseason in Hawaii takes place 7 o'clock local. That's 1 Eastern, 1 a.m. Eastern on the 4th of October. If you're in the Eastern time zone, doesn't matter. The Raptors will play the Clippers and then leave the island and head for Portland in another preseason game. Remember, for all your Raptors news, highlights, and information, keep it right here on Raptors.com.